type, falling for a toxic type of baddie, little crazy, leave me heartsick like I'm like that. Hey, yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Cheno Royal, KT to know why. How y'all feeling? What's good, y'all? Look. I had to do something. I know that the war is over, but I had to go ahead and speak out to the masses a little bit on just what my take has been. I know I've chopped it up with some Raw fam. I talked it up with the boys. I chopped it up with coworkers, colleagues, people on the street, hobos, like anybody that wanted to chop it up with your boy about the situation. But we all know what went down not that long ago. I know some of y'all might not like my take, all right? I know some of y'all might not like my take, but that boy Drake won, bro. I don't care what y'all say. Look, y'all Kendrick fans can come up, and I love Kendrick, bro. Like, if you can see the wall, I got the man hanging up on the wall. I got the GOAT himself, Mr. J. Cole. For y'all who also wanted to go ahead and give my boy a bunch of smoke because he knew what was gonna happen when these boys went to war, acting like, oh yeah, we just being competitive. He needs to be competitive out here. He needs to show that he can hang with the big boy. Nah, man, he saw that stuff wasn't going to be competitive at all. So let's run down through it real quick. All right, let's run down through it real quick. I won't take too much of your time, but let's go ahead and run down through it. Okay, so pretty much from the start, okay, with first person shooter track and whatnot. Now, I understand that, some people might think that the boy was taking shots like in there. Take it as you will, to each his own, maybe there was, maybe there wasn't, but we all know what it was. K-Dot, Drizzy have been at it, been beefing for a while now. Now, my boy Cole got in the middle of that. Middle child, shout out middle child, but hey, I would have felt the same exact way, bro. If my boys are like or if I had some people that I'm like associated with and doing business with, and they're beefing, and y'all look at me, and I'm just in here, just vibing to whatever people got going on. Now you can't look at me and just start throwing shots my way and expect me not like as soon if I was Cole in that situation when like that dropped. Of course, I'm gonna fucking send some shots too. But like obviously we heard they weren't as strong because let's be honest. Let's be honest in his shoes. Let's put ourselves in his shoes for 5 seconds. Y'all are expecting me to go ahead.
Someone's at the front door doorbell.
Y'all are expecting me to diss my brother. Let's call a spade a spade. Y'all are expecting me to diss my brother and then actually put some aggression in here. Y'all are wanting me to diss my brother. Now, in my opinion, I don't know about your opinion, but disses, you have to hate the dude. The good ones, the actual good ones. We haven't seen any diss without people that haven't had beef. Name one diss battle that you've seen where they haven't had beef. You haven't, because that's not a thing. If you are going to be in a diss battle, you have to hate the guy. Let's be honest. Okay, so that battle was straight Drake, and it was straight K-Dot. That's exactly what it was. Don't try to rope J. Cole into this. He has nothing to do with it. That's why he did actually the GOAT move, in my opinion, because this man noticed all the red flags, all the bad signs, and said, look, y'all handle what y'all got to do. I'm going to make amends with my boy over here. I'm going to take down this track that I made, even though I was being very reactive to what the situation was calling for. But it, like he said, man, it hurt my soul. I couldn't sleep on it. I couldn't continue with my days and going through life knowing that I sent shots when I shouldn't have sent shots that way, even though, yeah, I want to be competitive with these guys and show that I am the true GOAT. But I'm not beefing with any of these guys, so I'm going to be over here. Y'all can be over there. But getting to the meat and potatoes of what's going on, yeah, that boy Drake won, bro. Y'all can call it light skin bias. Y'all can say whatever you want. But I told my boy the other day, I'm like, if Drake didn't drop the heart part 6, I thought Kendrick won. I thought Kendrick mopped him. But this was my point, and this was my point, and y'all can correct me down in the comments. I know y'all are probably roasting me in the comments. Little life skin boy, like he don't know what he talking about, bro. He doesn't know bars and blah 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 blah. Nah, bro. I put it like this: the way that I told my boy, I was just like, look, okay, if we're creating narratives on each opposing side, like we're coming up, like my angle might be, your lyrics are trash, or maybe your image, and then yours might be that I'm trash at doing something else, maybe trash at doing holding activities, or I don't know. But like obviously the angles are like Drake's coming for Kendrick's whole moral stance of like, he's a great dad. He's got a great family. He's the main figure, the main pillar in that family, and he's coming for his morals, obviously. And then you got like Kendrick coming for Drake's, pretty much just like his whole image, just like he tried to make himself into a household name, and he's trying to tear him down at like every angle of being a household name. And there is one person, before I get into my main point, is like there was one person that brought up a good point to me, which was, it was just like, this seemed kind of like a David and Goliath, but Drake had everything to lose here. Like, yeah, he had some to gain, but Kendrick had the most to gain from this because Drake is in the public eye all the time. We know almost everything about his life. We don't know anything about Kendrick. That's why half of the references Drake was making, it was like almost seemed like a reach. Like we didn't even know half of the people he was talking about or half of the references he was talking about. But then when it came to Kendrick, like BBL, always looking like he's in trying to be a culture vulture, always running to certain individuals, always getting features from certain individuals, always doing certain types, or almost seeming like he's stealing some type of flow from people, and not seeming like he's writing his own material. So then he had to do this to, in my opinion, to prove that he can actually still write. So let's count him. He had to prove that he could still write. He had to prove that he could still do things. He had to prove that he didn't need anybody else on the track. He had to prove that he could go toe to toe with, if not one of the greats, if not the greatest lyricist right now, and to show that he could hold his own pretty much. And which I thought he did that. I thought personally that he went ahead and he held his own against, I mean, he said 20 guys, but let's count them, probably like 5 to 10 guys. Yeah, Future, The Weeknd, Rocky, who else? People thought J. Cole, but nah, bro. I think Cole was just trying to, do a verse, probably because they asked him for a verse, so he did a verse. Yeah, Kendrick. Who else? Oh, Ross. So at least 5 to 7 guys on Metro. It's like, come on, man. Like you're going up against all these guys. But here, my main point about it was just like, as soon, like, I get it that all of it is perception and there's no evidence, like there's no actual physical receipts that we can be like, hey, gotcha, like this is what really happened. Like obviously we're probably never going to see that. We're probably never going to see a solid piece of evidence. So it's all like circumstantial, it's all hearsay, it's all hypothetical. But there was one piece that wasn't hypothetical. It was just straight up not true. And before y'all come for me and say, oh, Drake said a whole lot of stuff that wasn't true. It's like, okay, but like I just said, not even 5 seconds ago, it's hearsay. every diss battle is a bunch of like, oh, well, you did this and blah, 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 and you're garbage for it, or you're a punk little bitch, or you're this or you're that, and you did this back in January 6th of 2019. It's like, okay, maybe some of it might be true, but most of it is just like you're kind of talking out your ass a little bit. Now, the part with Kendrick talking about Drake about having a daughter. Now, I told my boy, I was just like, look, if a Pusha T situation happens where, hey, come to find out that he does have a daughter and she's this years old, or like that, wow, this years old. She's this, I can't even talk right now. I'm so tired. But she's 11 years old. If this is actually really true, and it comes out that, he's been hiding her just like his son, and like nobody knew about him, and that he's not there as a dad, and like he actually is trying to steal certain things about the culture and appropriate certain things, then yeah, he got mocked, he got washed. But right now, I think that discredits a lot of Kendrick's argument. Like, it just doesn't sit well. Like, if I can go back with with nothing being put on the table to actually substantiate his claim about, hey, well, he does have a daughter and he's hiding her, go be a dad, because you're not being a dad. If there's no evidence to that and you're just talking out your butt about, hey, oh yeah, you got an 11-year-old daughter, and we're like, that's not true, he doesn't have a daughter, then that discredits a lot of your beef to me. A lot of your tracks, it is discredited, regardless of whatever you say. Oh, in my opinion, yeah, Kendrick killed Drake with his lyricism. Like, his cadences, his flows are way better, and he did kill him in that aspect. But if we're looking at the diss battle as a whole of who won in general, Drake won. He won, bro. Like, he won. Like, number one, nobody really thought that Kendrick was really gonna drop anything until Drake started, egging some shit on a little bit harder. But nobody thought he was really gonna get a response. And he got him to come out, started doing stuff. And then I thought Kendrick had him. And then Drake got him with a gotcha of like, we're feeding evidence. We're feeding certain things to you that aren't true. I mean, if K Dot is, which I firmly believe, if K Dot is firmly a research guy, and like, he's not going to drop anything unless like he's done his research, he's put the time in, and he's put a lot of thought into it. If this is true, then that would mean that where would have he got this information from? That means that he would have had to heard this information from somebody. He would have had to pull this information and firmly believe that it was true. And Drake fed that to him, which it's not true. And then he used it actually as a piece of evidence in his battle, and it hurt him. And it literally discredits a lot of, hey, you're garbage because of this. I'm just saying. That's my take on it. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think of it. Hey, let me know if y'all still fuck with me. Let me know if y'all still fuck with me. But that's my take on that whole K-Dot and Drake beef. But hey, man, at the end of the day, I made a couple posts on Facebook and the gram, and I was saying, man, this, at the end of the day, whatever side you're on or whatnot, I'm on Royal Nation side. I'm on Royal World side, so I'm not on anybody's side. Like I said, J. Cole though. J. Cole's the GOAT. He already seen this coming. Man's a psychic. But at the end of the day, this was a dub for the culture, bro. This was honestly a dub for the culture, the hip hop culture, because you could say we've been deprived of lyricism and actual bars for a long time. So this is definitely a dub for us. But till next time, let me know if you guys like stuff like this. If I break stuff down, give you a little bit more opinionated views of how I viewed a certain thing or viewed a certain track or whatever. Let me know if y'all rock with that. But till next time, stay royal out there. Peace.
I never understand why my heart wants you. I try to say it fake, but it always true.